Hi, I'm Jami Philbrick for M Time. I am here at the Santa Monica Airport in Santa Monica, California, and as you can see behind me are actual planes from the World War II era, as seen in the new film Dunkirk by director Christopher Nolan. I had a chance to talk to Mr. Nolan as well as members of the cast about the new film. Let's take a look. I want to begin by asking you, I know that this was a real passion project for you, a story that you wanted to tell. Could you talk a little bit about why you're so passionate about telling this story and bringing it to the big screen?
Well, like most British people, I grew up with the story of Dunkirk. It's in my bones, really. I don't even remember the first time somebody told me about the events of Dunkirk. So I think it's a story that I've wanted to tell for a long time. And as a filmmaker, you're really looking for gaps in the cultural record. You're looking for a story that should have been told in modern movies and hasn't been. And Dunkirk is absolutely that.
As an actress and director, directing an actor who's also a director and producer on this film, is that an advantage to you on set and during production?
It's always an advantage to have an actor-director in the mix. They understand the exigencies of filmmaking, and it's a shorthand that you have with them. You know, they know why an edit has to be done a certain way, and they respect the filmmaking. They're not at war with it, so that was a great advantage for us.
When I saw you in this performance, I just thought Mr. Jimmy is the perfect Kurt Russell role.
That's interesting.
What a great part for you to play. Did you have a sense of that when you first read the script?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because if you look back on what I've done, there's not a whole lot of opportunities to do Mr. Jimmy. You know what I mean? This is one of those movies, like, I would put it in the category of like Silkwood or something, where it's real people, real things, real time, real, in this case, a real catastrophe. And you respond as a real human being. You're not a mythical character or an iconic figure that's gonna, you know, brush it off and just bull your way forwards, as perhaps the character in Backdraft would have. In the beginning, after Scorpion King, you really got to be the lead in a lot of movies. You did Scorpion King, Walking Tall, Doom. But then you took some time to really be an ensemble actor, supporting actor in ensemble films. I'm thinking of Be Cool.
That's right.
And obviously the Fast and Furious franchise, The Other Guys.
Right.
Taking that time to do that, was that a strategic career move on your part? And how did that make you a better actor and movie star?
It was. That's a great question. So I felt like, while the movies you mentioned where I top-lined the movie, The Walking Tall, The Doom, movies like that, The Rundown, they were good movies. To use a baseball analogy, they were maybe doubles. I was hitting doubles, maybe. I felt that the roles that I took in those other movies with an ensemble cast, all great actors, many Oscar nominees, Oscar winners, great comedy actors, great dramatic actors. It really gave me an opportunity to hopefully shine, or not, but at least gave me a great gauge.
I know one of the themes of the Fast and Furious franchise has always been family. And just from talking to the other actors over the years, there's a sense of family among them.
Yeah.
Coming into this family, joining the franchise, were you welcomed with open arms?
Oh, very much, yeah. And you know, there was a part of me that was a little bit worried about it, because I am coming in and kind of, I am the villain, I am the outsider, and I didn't know how they would feel about that. And they were really incredible and so supportive. And I think they made me feel relaxed enough to really try and do something that wasn't easy, that really kind of challenged me.
Last thing I wanted to ask you, I read something really interesting online. It was a fan theory about the franchise. It basically was saying that the Fast and Furious franchise is really a Dungeons and Dragons franchise, and that every time you guys get new cars, it's the players leveling up. I know you're an old school D&D fan. What do you think about that theory?
I love that theory. I love that theory. I love that theory. Playing Dungeons and Dragons for so many years growing up, I was either bouncing, so I was either fighting any human in the world for $100 a night, or I was rolling 20-sided dice and living in my imagination. And that ability to create campaigns that could stretch over years played into how I was able to get the vision to direct the saga through decades.